Thank you for joining me this morning. We are going to be doing a core workout. We have 7 sets, and each set has a movement that is challenging, more challenging, and most challenging. You get to stay with whichever level you want to stay with or continue to progress through the set. Each exercise is going to be 30 seconds with a 15-second rest in between. And as I said, we have 7 sets. So let's warm up a little bit and then we'll begin. So have a seat on your mat. It's a body weight workout. You don't need any equipment. Let's just warm up that low back, sit up nice and tall. Knees bent, feet flat in front of you, grabbing onto the backs of your legs. Tuck that tailbone under, round that lower back, lean back, hold, release your arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull yourself up, lift those arms up to the sky, circle them around. Let's do it again. Grab the legs, tuck the tail under, rolling back a little deeper this time. Release the arms, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulling yourself up, lift the arms, not the shoulders, roll those arms around. Great, let's come onto your hands and knees. We're gonna take one hand behind your head, elbow out. Take that elbow down to your wrist and then up to the sky, down to your wrist, up to the sky. We're mobilizing that thoracic spine. Make sure you are not holding your breath. We are always breathing. One more time. Excellent. Let's take it to the other side, hand behind your head. Bring that elbow down to your wrist and up to the sky. One more time. Excellent. From here, let's come into a forearm plank. So elbows under your shoulders, knees behind your hips, or all the way up on your toes. Holding it here, drawing your navel up into your spine. Pulling that pubic bone towards your navel, shoulders are open. Pushing back into your heels, nice strong legs. Just a short little plank here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. We're going to go into a little cobra. Elbows a little wider. Slide those shoulders away from the ears. Press gently into your hands. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keeping the abdominals engaged so that we don't compromise our low back. One more time. Excellent. Coming up onto those hands and knees one more time. We're just going to do a little cat-cow. Tuck that tail under, drop the chin, scoop the belly, lift the tail, push the chest forward, lift the head. Back and forth just a few more times and we'll be ready to go. Last one. Excellent. All right, so we're ready for our first set. We're going to start off with a plank. I'm going to do my plank in the high push-up position on my hands, but if that's not comfortable for your wrists, you could get some weights or do it on your knuckles or come down onto your forearms. We have 30 seconds in our plank with a 15-second rest, so let's get set to go in 3, 2, 1. So here I am in my plank. It's a high push-up position. Fingers are spread, index fingers pointing forward. Feet are close together if you can handle it. If not, separate them. I want your legs to be shaking by the time you're done. So really engage your inner thighs, squeeze those legs. Feel your armpits, your inner elbows reaching towards each other. You're good for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a 15-second break. The next one we do is going to be a mountain climber. So from this plank position, it's going to be slow. You're going to drive each knee forward. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it. Pull one knee forward. Now remember, as we progress each movement, you can just repeat the movement you just did. You don't have to progress them. Breathing. Looking good. We got 10 seconds left. 2, and 1. Good, we have a 15-second rest. Your next one is gonna be one leg's gonna come outside knee, elbow, inside elbow, outside elbow, and then we'll switch legs. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Outside knee, inside, outside and back. Other leg, outside, inside, outside and back. Good. That hip is turning. External rotation, internal rotation, external rotation. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. And now we take a longer break. Good, roll out those shoulders. Stretch out the wrists. Might want to turn your fingers in towards your legs, rock back and forth. Stretching out those wrists. All right, our next set is going to be a bridge series. So we're going to start off on your backs. The first set is going to be feet hip width apart, arms long by your sides. Abs engaged, pushing your feet, squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings to lift up and come down. All right, we're going 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up, release down. All the way up, all the way down. This isn't fast. You're still keeping that posterior tilt, the pubic bone pulled up towards the navel to protect that low back. Feel as if you're dragging your heels underneath you so you feel those hamstrings engage. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, next set, we're going to be lifting our knee with every hip lift. So as you come up, you lift a knee and you alternate. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lift, knee comes up. Lift, knee and foot comes up. Alternating sides, trying not to swing the hips. Still maintaining the abdominal engagement. Knee is tracking straight ahead in line with your foot and your hips. Good. We've got 3, 2, 1, and a 15-second rest. Your last set, instead of lifting your knee, you're merely going to straighten the legs so the knees are side by side. We're still going to alternate sides. And we're going in 3, 2, 1. So lift the hips, straighten the leg, come back down. Lift, straighten the legs. We have a longer lever, a little bit more effort in that posterior chain. The back muscles, the glute muscles, the hamstring muscles. This is all your posterior chain. Really important part of your core strength. Lift and extend the leg. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Open your arms, drop your knees to one side. Drop your knees to the other side. And we're going on to our third set. So this one will also be on your back. It's a crisscross series. So what we're going to be doing is interlacing your fingers on the low part of your skull. First part is going to be to keep one elbow on the ground as you lift the knee and reach the opposite armpit up towards the knee. And we're going to be alternating sides. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're up and down. Other side. Up and down. Exhale as you lift. Feel those obliques working. So your lower body is operating in that sagittal plane. It's coming straight up. My upper body is in that transverse plane. I am rotating. Also flexing. And we rest. All right, the second part is going to be more of a traditional bicycle crunch, but slow. So legs start in tabletop, and we're going to be switching. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Legs tabletop. Alternate sides. Armpit towards the knee. Reach the leg long. Keep the leg high enough that your back's not arching. Inhale one side, exhale the other side. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, your last set, we're going to extend the legs on a V, and your arms are going to be lower than your shoulders, and we're going to come up, reach for the leg, use that hand and elbow to get you up, alternate sides in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, we're coming up, down, other side, up, down. Remember, you can always stay with the challenging level or the more challenging level. You don't have to go to the most challenging level. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Set complete. All right. So our next set is going to be side line. I'm going to check my timer here. Okay, so we're going to be starting on your side. We're going to do both sides, so you decide where you want to be first. First side, we're lying all the way down. Either that arm is extended or the wrist is supporting your head. Your legs are straight. Your feet are flexed. Your waist is lifted. And your bottom leg pushes down into the ground. The top leg is going to be at hip height. And we're merely going to try and swing it forward and backward without anything else moving. So be careful that when you go forward, you don't roll back. And when you go back, you don't roll forward. So nothing is moving in your core, in your torso. We're just swinging that leg. In 3, 2, leg up. Here we go. It's slow. You can flex, dorsiflex your foot forward, point your foot, plantar flex backwards. That's it. It's slow, it's controlled. You're trying to isolate the movement in the hip and the ankle without involving your pelvis or your spine. So your abs are really engaged here. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's your first set. All right, second set. We're going to come up onto your forearm. You're going to bend that bottom knee. Otherwise, it's the same, so keep the waist lifted. We're going in 5. Leg is at hip height. Here we go. Bringing it forward, pulling it backward. Don't sag into the shoulder or the lower waist, so lift and lengthen. Reaching that hip open. We've got hip flexion, hip extension. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. You might feel a little bit of glute work. So our last option is that now we're going to lift up onto the knee. All right? The movement will be the same. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Hip up, leg up. Here we go. Forward and back. Forward and back. Good. So I'm really feeling hamstring and then glute, firing that glute to pull it back. You're almost there. Make sure to breathe. We got this. Three, 2, 1, and we rest. Awesome. So extend that bottom leg. You weren't using cross that top leg. You were using over, hug it in. Get a little stretch into that glute. Good. Another option would be to open the knee, lie the heel on top of the thigh, bend the knee and stretch, that figure 4 stretch. So that's a lot of work in your glute as well as the rest of your core. We're going to the other side in 5 seconds, so let's get down and let's hit good. Stretch it all out. Here we go, lift the leg, we swing it forward and back. So we're working here on a 2-to-1 ratio. We work twice as long as we rest. as we progress from challenging to more challenging to most challenging. And then we've been taking about a minute break in between. Maybe you find one side is more stable than the other. That's normal, and we rest. All right, the next set, I'm gonna bend that bottom knee. We're gonna come up nice and tall. We're gonna stay in this perched position, lifting those obliques. Lift the leg, here we go. It's forward and back. So we're putting some work here to really lift and not sag into this shoulder. Keeping your head as if it's pressing back against a wall, so chin is off your chest, eyes are forward. You got it. Keeping that leg at hip height, so it's as if it's sliding across a shelf. It's not going up and down. We're almost there. Starting to feel that glute. 3, 2, 1. Short rest. Our last set, we're coming up onto that knee. So let's make sure that elbow is underneath the shoulder, not out here. Good. Extend that top leg. Come on up onto that bottom knee. Lift that leg. Here we go. We're going forward, flexing the foot, pointing the foot backwards. Pull the toes to your nose. Reach the toes far away from you. You got it. Staying lifted in the waist and out of the shoulder. You're already halfway through this. Reach with the heel. Squeeze with the buttocks. In 3, 2, 1, and down. Awesome. Let's stretch out that glute. You can hug it in, or you can go into your figure 4 stretch right here. You guys are doing great. We only have 2 sets left. All right, so our next set is going to be on your hands and knees in quadruped bird dog exercise. Reach one leg back and the other arm forward. Notice my shoelaces are pointed down so I can anchor into my feet. All right, we are going in 10 seconds. So get ready. Abs engaged, nice neutral spine, shoulders away from the ears. Here we go. Opposite arm and leg, reach and switch. Inhale, exhale. Just make sure you're breathing. Your leg is going straight back behind you. I'm not worried about how high the leg is. I want to make sure that the hips are staying in a neutral position. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to progress this. The next time we do it, we're going to try and keep our toes off the mat the whole time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So this is much less stable, way more work. You can see that I'm struggling, especially when I have to lift my left leg and stabilize on my right. That's my weaker side, but I'm working at it. We are striving for progress, not for perfection. And some days, we're better at the same exercise than we are on a different day. 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, the last set we're gonna do, your option is to come into a plank. And from here, we lift the leg and arm. All right, leg and opposite arm in 3, 2, 1. So find your stabilization, engage all those core muscles. This is slow. We're working on the balance, right? Oh yeah. Not afraid to put in things in the workouts that I struggle with. It's how we all get better. 5 seconds. Oh yeah. Last one. And rest. Whew. Yeah, in my opinion, that was the hardest set. Okay, last exercise, guys. We're gonna do variations of an atomic crunch. So, we're gonna have your hands wide so that you can lean back. All right, so the beginning position is that you're leaned back, knees are bent, kind of like when we warmed up this morning here. Only take your arms out. So we're gonna alternate in the first set, lifting a knee and coming up, leg goes down, you lean back, elbows bend a little bit, up, down, up, down. So we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. I come up and I lower. So as I come up with my torso, that's when I'm lifting the leg. Relax the foot. Use the abdominals to lift your leg. Scoop that belly, good. Right about now, muscles are starting to fatigue. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. I like to open my knees and my hips, stretch it out a little bit. All right, the second part, the more challenging, is to lift both legs at the same time. So, tighten those abs, open those arms, lean back. 3, 2, 1. Come up, both legs, heels down. Knees up, heels down. Awesome. You guys are looking great. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. All right, your last set option is going to be to find your V-sit. I'm holding my legs. I'm going to roll back. Head stays up, legs stay off the ground. And I'm going to pull up into that V-sit. Ready? Let's do it. This is the end, guys. This is the last 30 seconds. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Pause at the top. We're not looking for speed. We're looking for core engagement. 15 seconds, we are gonna be done. You got this. 3, 2, let's hold it. Can we hold it? Open your chest, drop your shoulders, hold it. Oh, this is icing on the cake. Shins up, parallel to the ground. Can you release those arms? Yes, hold it. Woo, can you release the legs? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. Oh, you guys are awesome. Pull one leg in, press the other leg down, stretch that hip flexor on the other side. Switch legs. Good, bend both knees, feet apart, open your arms, drop your knees to one side, lifting the hip, internal rotation on this top hip, external on that bottom hip. Take it the other side. Good, roll over onto your stomachs. Let's stretch those abdominals, hands under your shoulders, elbows up. Roll those shoulders and elbows down and back. Feet on the ground. Go ahead and press up as high as you're comfortable. If you can come all the way up, that's great, but you don't have to. I want you to feel that stretch across your front from your belly button all the way up. Big stretch, come down. Good, one more time, come on up. Oh yeah. Good, come on to those hands and knees. Sit back in that child's pose. Open your knees, push your hips back, stretch. Folks, we are done. You just knocked out a great core exercise, challenging, more challenging, and most challenging. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you next time. Thanks from Fit Feels Best.